On the air everywhere, this is New England Broadcasting.
Come Monday, it'll be alright.
Monday morning, you sure look fine. Rainy days, Mondays always get me down.
Whatever.
Tell me why I don't like Mondays. Tell me why I don't like Mondays.
It's just another manic Monday.
Monday, Monday, so good to me.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Thank you. How are you?
Hold on tight. Things can get a bit weird if you like that sort of thing.
Hello, what's your name? I'm Ron Van Dam. It's a Ron Van Dam Show. Thanks for being here. It is indeed Monday, as they say on the calendar of life. It's not Tuesday, it's not Wednesday, it's not Thursday, it's not Friday, it's not Saturday, it's not Sunday. It's Monday. I ran through all the possibilities. Thank you for being here. Alrighty then. We fade out the theme music because that's enough. How are you? Make yourself comfortable. I'll be here for the next half hour entertaining you in some fashion. Some viable fashion of entertainment. I will tap dance my way into your heart. I don't think no one wants to be tap danced on their heart. Wait a minute. What am I talking about? Well, that's the theme of the program. What the hell am I talking about? How are you? Oh, my God, it's so good to be with you. It's so good to have a relationship with somebody where there's no touching involved. So nice. We have this relationship where we don't have to look at each other. It's fantastic. This is the way life should be. Anyway, welcome to the program. I have an interesting guest coming up a little bit later in the program. Of course, you'll be the judge of that. I have no idea how fascinating the guest will be. I cannot take any type of responsibility for the quality of the guest. I know I'm supposed to, but I don't. All right. The fall leaves. Oh, have you seen the leaves on the trees lately? Have you been outside? Have you looked outside of a window? The leaves are turning colors in many parts of the country. Palm trees, not so much. Oak trees, maple trees, yeah, quite a bit. It's wonderful. It's just a wonderful time of the year. Time to watch the leaves fall off onto your lawn so you can spend the rest of the day blowing them off. Remove the leaves. When I was a kid, we used to play in the leaves. My father used to say, Ron, it's because it was my name. My father used to rake the leaves into a big pile, and then they would sit in front of the curb there in front of our house, and my brother and I would play in the leaves, and we'd bury ourselves in the leaves, which is dangerous because if a car pulled up and parked in front of our house, we would have been run over. And my father used to run outside and say, "Hey, kids, get out of that pile of leaves at the curb." And we'd say, "Why, Dad?" Because a car could park on the curb and run us over, not seeing us in the pile of leaves. I said, "No, because I just spent all day making the pile of leaves off the lawn, and you're going to kick them all around, and I'm going to have to rake all over again." Oh, so the fact that we could have lost our lives on the curb in front of our house is inconsequential. Well, yeah, because I spent all day with the leaves, raking the leaves. No, my father didn't have asthma. That's just my impression of him. Anyway, Welcome to the show. Hi. I was watching television because I have this condition of overthinking everything. What's your burden? We all have a burden, don't we? I know some people who have seasonal depression. They want to kill themselves just for one part of the year. Other than that, they're fine. I guess winter is a seasonal depression for many people. They don't like the winter. I don't see what the problem is. It's just a little bit colder than usual. And I don't mean to make light of seasonal depression. Oh, well, maybe I did, but I don't mean to. Okay, let's move on. So anyway, I'm watching television, and I can't watch anything without getting involved in analyzing it. It's a problem that I have. So I'm watching, and they have a commercial on television for a product, and I can't believe that they called this product what they did. It's for a set of luggage. No problem. It's wonderful. It was on one of these shopping network things, you know, these where they have these overexcited, caffeine-inflicted hosts and hostesses trying to sell us stuff. They're extremely excited about everything. It's like if they had a pen and pencil set, they go, oh, this is the best pen and pencil set ever. You've got to own this. It's just 62 payments of $6, and you can own this pen. You've never written like this. This pen it writes. You put the pen onto paper, and the ink comes out onto paper. And there's a pencil with the lead does the same thing. You've got to have this. Now we're running short. They're coming in 17 colors. We're almost out of the blue. You know, they make everything sound exciting, and it's not. Anyway, so there's a set of luggage, and this female host, I don't know, she said how wonderful the luggage is. There's wheels on it and things like that, and it's, if you travel, you're going to love this luggage. And the name of the luggage, unbelievable, the name of the luggage is Amelia Earhart luggage. And it's a designer luggage, but they named it Amelia Earhart. Come on, man. Don't you understand? This woman was lost in her plane. They never found her. They never found the plane. She just disappeared into thin air in flight. Amelia Earhart, a very popular story and situation. Don't name luggage after her. It's Amelia Earhart luggage. Guaranteed you're going to lose it, just like Amelia Earhart did, and as well as Amelia Earhart. You'll lose your luggage every time with Amelia Earhart luggage. It's fine luggage that will be lost forever. What are you doing? That's not a good name for the luggage. What'd you buy today? Oh, I bought Amelia Earhart luggage. Really? Do you like it? I don't know. I went on a trip and I lost it, and I'm never going to see it again. The airlines couldn't even find it. It's unbelievable. But it was good luggage when I bought it. Stupid name for the thing. Should have named it Bob's luggage. I mean, something simple, you know. Who's Bob? I don't know, but at least it's not Amelia Earhart, the one person that lost her luggage, her airplane, and her life. What a wonderful name for luggage. Come on, man. Come on. All right. Now, on regular television, I'm watching, and this commercial comes up for a product, and I'm not downing the product. I'm just saying. I'm stating facts here. I hope you watch this commercial someday. It's on late night television because I tend not to be able to sleep all night. Besides, it's not only this exciting life that I lead, but I pee a couple of times too. Too much information? Is it what? Too soon? Okay, sorry, forget the last part. Strike that from the record. Court reporter, strike that, please, from the record. Jury, you didn't hear that. Okay, I love that. That's our court system. Someone says something outlandish, and the judge says, you didn't hear that, okay? When you make your decision in the jury room, you didn't hear that. You didn't hear that. Jury, did you hear that? Oh, no, we didn't hear it. No, we didn't hear it. Seriously. Or they send the jury home. Now we're going to send you home. Don't discuss the case with anybody, including your spouse. Do not discuss the case with anybody. Okay, we won't. Okay, then we're good. I mean, come on, seriously. Don't discuss this with anybody. What? Hi, dear. How was your day today? How was the trial? I'm sorry, I can't discuss this. I'm sorry, I can't say a word about it. But that motherfucker was guilty, I swear. You can't. No, you didn't hear that. Stop it with you didn't hear that. Yes, I did. Yes, I did hear it. No, you didn't. Am I right? That's right, I didn't hear it. All right. Anyway, so I'm watching this television commercial. It's called Scalp Med. SCALP, Scalp. Med, M-E-D, I guess, the medical connotation. Not the word medical, just the connotation of the word medical. Scalp Med. Probably a fine product. I really don't know, really don't care. But the point is, what this is it's something that you buy, and I don't know if it's a pill or you spread it on your head like mayonnaise. I have no idea. But it grows your hair. It grows your hair. Big revelation for everybody that's losing their hair when they get older, which is like everybody except for Italian people. They somehow never lose their hair, ever. And I don't know what it is. It must be the olive oil, something. I really don't know. Pizza. Anyway, everybody else is losing their hair all over the place. So this is like people spend billions of dollars on trying to solve the hair loss problem. So Scalp Med comes along. I'm watching the commercial. And nowhere in the commercial does it say guaranteed to regrow your hair. Nowhere does it say that. Here's what it does say. At the bottom of the screen, in small print, it says something. And if you're blind listening to the commercial, you'll never know it was there. Here's the Scalp Med commercial. They have a series of Scalp Med customers, people who use the stuff, and they're giving testimonials. Well, after just 6 months, I started to regrow my hair. And they're showing before pictures where their head looks abominably horrible. And then 6 months later, they're attractive. They have plenty of hair. This is a miracle. This is a miracle. But it's not just one customer that shows before and after. There's like 5 or 6 of these examples, before and after. Oh, I had a little bit, and now I have plenty of hair. I had no hair now, and now look at me, and now just 6 months later. It's amazing, there isn't a person on the planet who wouldn't say, get me some of that Scalp Med right now. I don't care how much it costs. I'm putting this crap on my head immediately. On the bottom of the screen, and these are actual users. These are actual users. They're not performers. I swear they're not. But on the bottom of the screen, as they're doing these testimonials, it says this. It says, your results may vary. What does that mean? What, you're just showing me people where it worked? These 5 people, it worked for them. The other 5 million people, it didn't work? Well, you can vary. It can work, or perhaps it couldn't work. I mean, there's variables involved here. The next line is what kills me. And the next line at the bottom of the screen, as these wonderful testimonials are being displayed with people's heads with hair on it now, on the bottom it says, results not typical. Hello? Did I just read what I thought I read on the bottom of the screen? Results not typical? All these testimonials that we're showing you on the screen, that's not typical. Most people, they don't regrow their hair. Some of them lose it. Continue to lose it. We don't, because what we're showing you, a testimonial of all these successful testimonial people who used Scalp Med, that's not typical. That doesn't happen a lot, or it's not typical. It doesn't really happen typically at all. It's not typical. You're not only saying that your results could vary. Some of you, it may not work. you're pretty much saying for most of you, this stuff ain't going to work. It's not typical that it does work. It's not typical. Results not typical. Are you serious? I applaud them for their honesty, but I question as to why it's in small print on the bottom of the screen. Oh, my God. They're warning you. They're warning you. When you buy the stuff, they'll probably have you sign something that says you do understand that what you're buying is not going to work typically at all. It's not typical that our stuff works. Come on. How is this even possible? I mean, you don't buy Excedrin or Tylenol or something. I have a headache. Here, try a Tylenol. Oh, this will get rid of my headache? No, typically it won't, no. Why am I taking it? I don't know. The results aren't typical. I mean, your results can vary. All right, I'll do that. But typically, does it get rid of the headache? No, typically it doesn't do that. What? It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. That's like someone skydiving. Here, put on the parachute, jump out of the plane. This is going to open, right? No, typically it doesn't. No. You'll probably plummet to your death. It'll be a horrible thing when you smash on the ground. No, typically the chutes don't open. No, they don't. No. Every once in a while they do for some people, but most of the time the chutes don't open. No. Have a good time. Bye. All right, now jump out of the plane. Results not typical? Are you kidding me? I don't only find that humorous, I find it odd. You'll find that with things that they pretty much don't work. They're admitting that their product doesn't work. I guess they got sued so many times. I don't know. I don't know this for a fact. I'm just speculating. I guess they got sued a lot, so they had to put this on the bottom of the screen to be honest about it. Of course, they don't say it in the verbiage of the commercial, in the commercial copy. Hi, my name is Bob. I started using Scalp Med about $5,000 into the usage here, and it's been about 2 years that I've been using this product, and actually I'm losing my hair faster than before, but it certainly isn't growing any more hair. Buy some today. That result is typical. All right. My guest is going to join us momentarily. I'm not kidding, man. I hope you watch this commercial. Just watch it. Read the small print at the bottom of the screen. If your eyes are good enough, they're kind of hoping that they're not. And you'll see for yourself. It's just like humorous that they're even trying to... Results not typical. That's what it said. That's what it said. Take a short commercial break. When we come back, my guest will be joining us. And that should be fun.
Gentlemen, you know that when you decide to get engaged, you'll be making one of the most important investments of your life. Think about it. From the moment you get down on bended knee and present the ring, how much you actually love someone will be judged solely on the size of the stone you buy. And not just by the one you love, but by literally everyone she knows. And strangers. At Schlickashekta Jewelers, we know that when you're about to cough up what amounts to a few months' rent to obtain the exclusive naming rights to a vagina, you want to be able to be sure that you've made the best choice. So if you've decided it's time to staple gun your man tackle to a single hitching post and to never be able to experience the simple joy of a meaningless hookup without handing over half your stuff, come to Schlickashekta Jewelers and see our amazing line of certified high-quality shallow female ego strokers. Take it from me, Herbert Schlickashekta. I'm not just your local jeweler. I've been married 6.5 times. Vegas marriages, boys. Very easy to annul when the shrew goes south on you. And she will.
Caroline Hutt joins us now. She's an AirBNB Echo Cabin Superhost. That's quite a title. Thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me, Ron.
You are a nomad, I understand. You just can't stay in one place too long. Is that what happens?
Yeah, I do my best to be a nomad. The best I can do is 2 children.
Yeah, well, that's not easy. Yeah, you love to travel. I guess you've been all over the world with your husband. I've understood.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes I travel with him. Sometimes I travel alone.
Wow.
Sometimes we go as a family, or I go with friends. It's kind of all over the place. But any opportunity I have to move around, experience new things, I am on board.
Okay, and that's how we get into this Airbnb discussion, because I believe, from what I understand, that this opens up the world to a lot of people that otherwise couldn't afford it, or this makes them mobile.
Yeah, I mean, we took a lot of inspiration for our place, our Airbnb, from our travels, and it just so happened that it turned out to be a really beautiful way to fund all of our travel experiences. So, yeah, it's been a really great and flexible way to make an income and to fund all of our recreation, for sure.
And then I guess you turned it around and you said to yourself, hey, I'm staying in other people's places, having these experiences. I can give them experiences out of my place. And tell me about that facet of it.
Yeah, so we live on quite a big piece of property here in Muskoka. It's a really busy tourist area, especially in the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of where everyone from Toronto comes to be at the cottage to escape the city.
Uh-huh.
And we started with actually a renovated camper that we had sort of rebuilt.
Uh-huh.
And we thought, just on a whim, let's see what happens if we put it on Airbnb. So we did that. It was really busy. People really wanted to come and experience Muskoka.
Mm.
So we decided to sell that and use the income to build the cabin. And we built the cabin using a lot of materials from our land here, a lot of wood that we milled on our own.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the cabin was built. And it's been quite busy ever since.
It's, to me, it's a little weird because I only stay in hotels, and because they didn't have this, when I was traveling a lot. And it's just amazing to me that someone will say, yeah, I'll stay in an RV in a thing. What the hell? But this is actually a thing, right? I mean, it's actually an attraction to stay in places other than hotels.
It's very popular, and I see even the unique stays becoming more and more popular. And I know myself, I really seek out the unique stays, the cabins and the yurts and the teepees and all of that stuff. So yeah, I think it's definitely gained some traction.
Odd. Do you? What about those that say, well, if someone stays in my place, what if they trash it or they're doing something bad in there? I mean, how do you know who's staying on your property?
Yeah, I mean, that hasn't been my experience. I know that people have those experiences, but I would say 99% of guests that we have here have been wonderful. And any time that we have guests that aren't so wonderful, Airbnb has always kind of had our back. So helped us resolve. Yeah, and we haven't had any, I mean, we've had spilled red wine, but we haven't had any really big issues. Yeah. We've been really lucky that way.
Interesting. And I understand that this can be quite lucrative for people.
Yeah, I mean, it has been for us. It's a bit of a side hustle for us. And it, like I said, funds our travel and a few other little things that we have going on around home. But everyone's situation is super unique. Our cabin, so we rent about a third of the time in the past year, and it brought us about 45,000 Canadian.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Not bad for a side hustle.
Yeah, I'd say that's for us. I love the way it's a hustle. It's kind of a weird way of putting it. Okay. But this has allowed you to travel even more with that income from renting out your own place. You've got more now to go seek and do what you enjoy.
Yeah, it's definitely appealed to my traveling heart. I mean, we have travelers here from all over the world, so when I'm home, I get to experience that. And then the Airbnb situation is so flexible. I mean, the host can decide when they are and are not hosting, so you can completely block off a period of time to go travel yourself using the income that you've made. It's a really great situation for travelers.
Okay. So how does it differ from doing it yourself and then hooking up with Airbnb in order to do this?
Yeah, I mean, the Airbnb platform has just made it so easy and seamless for me. Like I said, I'm a mother, and I just any help I can get in terms of organization and keeping things moving. They really do. They have the whole booking platform. At tax time, you can just print off your tax sheet from the last year. It's really helpful, and then it's taken a lot of the stress out of the situation. Not to mention they have insurance too. And then they're there for support when you need it. So I have considered doing it on my own and just having my own website, but it just makes it so much streamlined, with Airbnb.
Okay. I know that with your partner, you're working on something called Airstream. What is that?
Oh, so we just bought a vintage Airstream, and we're restoring it.
Oh.
So it may or may not end up on Airbnb, but we've considered it. So a lot of people are renting Airstreams on Airbnb, but we're definitely going to travel in it first, and then we'll see where it lands.
Wow. All right. So you're up in Canada, is that right?
Yeah. So we're about 2 hours north of Toronto.
Very cool. How does the price for staying in your place? How does that compare to staying in a hotel room?
Yeah, when we first started, especially when we were Airbnb-ing the camper that we had, that was one of our reasons for doing it. The hotel and any lodging around here, because it's so popular, is really expensive.
Yeah. And
we really wanted to offer something a little bit more reasonable for people that really wanted to come and experience the land and experience the area without having to pay the huge prices. So yeah, I would say that the cabin is definitely a more economical way to visit the area. It's also off-grid, so that's not for everyone, but we found that it is for a lot of people.
Okay. I think originally Airbnb was like setting up an air mattress in somebody's house. Is that what it originally was?
Yeah, that's how they started. And I mean, people rent out bedrooms in their homes. And, yeah, you can do anything.
Weird stuff. I never thought that would take off, but then look at Uber. I mean, same kind of deal, right? Okay.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
I guess you could rent out the back seat of your car for someone to sleep over there. I don't know. Anything's possible, and people do that. We've had. Yeah, go on.
You try.
Yeah, I know. Okay, how do we go about finding out more information about this?
Yeah, so if people are interested in becoming hosts, they can go to airbnb.com/host, and all of their questions will be answered there. If anyone wants to know more about the cabin specifically, we're on Instagram at EcoCabin Muskoka.
Great. Hey, it's an interesting place if you go up to Canada from the States. It's an interesting idea. There you go. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
happy travels to you. All right. Well, thank you to my guest, and thank you to you for being a part of our existence. I'll be back again tomorrow with a brand new show. Oh my God, I can't wait. Can you? You can? Oh, all right. Whatever. And please make it a wonderful day. Just to end this show on a very upbeat, positive kind of way. The way that your day goes the way that your day goes and your life goes is like totally up to you. I know there are a lot of hurdles and horrible stumbling blocks that we all go through in life, real horrible ones. And it's not that, it's how you commandeer those speed bumps and those roadblocks. Look, I've made it analogous to a road test to learning how to drive. But it's the attitude, man. It's the attitude. If you act happy, therefore you are. Surround yourself with happy people, which means don't come near me. And have yourselves a wonderful day. I wish you peace.